much as we ought to be. But specifically in this area, I think that the more, like you mentioned beautifully, I mean, I think the more that we advocate, we have, as physicians, we have...
I can amplify that just a little bit. All of that is true, but I think very specifically what this means is that physicians need to be willing to go to city council meetings, they need to be willing to go to county commissioner meetings, and I think even though we think of environmental regulation as being at a national and international level, you know, politics is local. And, you know, how you zone neighborhoods, how you advocate for parks. There's actually very good data that the amount of green space in a community is directly related to the amount of indoor, you know, outdoor ambient pollutants that are experienced by that community. So you can have a big impact by deciding that you're going to have a green space in the middle of the park instead of in the middle of the city instead of a parking garage. Letters to the editor. If patients are given the information that their health is being directly impacted, the zoning.
Because I think, you know, my colleagues spoke beautifully. But one of the things that I've done as an avid cyclist is I've tried to get involved with Bike Houston, so that with every road that goes in, we put a bike lane in. It's an uphill battle, even though Houston's flat.
RX America, it's a nonprofit organization with healthcare providers.
Experience pushback, per se. In many other areas with insurance companies, but not in that particular one.
I have an interesting question in the omics area. And that is, we're inventing these words as we go along, both to get funded as well as to actually investigate this. The two words that environment, I can't even say it, environmentomics and exposomics. And in many people's minds, those are synonyms. I'm interested in the context of climate change's impact. Some of the things that you presented in your talk about the recommendations we have for environmentomics, to me, the big difference between those has to do with developing better tools to be able to talk to our patients in a more objective way for advice, but also